Hi everyone! In today's video we're going to be looking at the Harrods 2025 Advent Calendar. Look how lovely it is, so watch on! In a delightful development, Santa wants to do a little bit of early flexing, pre-Christmas flexing if you will, and to that end he delivered the Harrods Advent Calendar to me in August. I mean, that is dedication to the cause, isn't it? It really is. And I have to say, I was a very, very warm recipient of it. So let's take a look. Look how lovely this is. This year, Harrods has got a beautiful depiction of their wonderful store. We've got the Harrods awnings here at the bottom, and then all the beautiful and ornate windows. Really lovely. It says here 25 days of beauty. Who can argue? I like the way it goes all the way up to December the 25th. I don't like advent calendars that only do 10 days or 12 days because, as I've said before, if I have to keep going until Christmas Day, so should my advent calendar. Honestly, the work ethic these days, honestly, not very happy about it. Anyway, there are these two lovely little tags. So look, shall we open it and see? There we go. It's very firm, very sort of sturdily made, actually, this. If there's any wobbling, it's not because of the advent calendar itself, it's because it's balanced somewhat precariously on a very kind of plasticky chest of drawers and then a dual box. I know, well, I've got to save them for something, haven't I? Anyway, look at this, look how lovely it is. Now all the days are here, but they're all kind of mixed up, and it's not obvious where the 25th is. Actually, it is obvious, it's bang in the middle, but it's, what I'm trying to say is there's not a sort of a different shaped drawer or anything like that. It's very much of a piece. So we've got 5 rows of 5. And what they've done with the numbers is sometimes, as they are here, sort of bottom middle, and at other times they are elsewhere, somewhat confusingly, either at the top or here, in this case, on the left. I think there's a couple on the right as well. And then, as we can see here, where you've got the Harrods awnings, then the sort of the letters are just there, just underneath the Harrods branding. But it is rather lovely. I mean, it actually does say, "From Harrods with love," here. I thought it was with Santa. I'm rather disappointed, but it doesn't matter. And then on the other side, it just says 25 days of beauty. So, but it is very nicely presented, beautifully packaged. It came delightfully presented, Santa notwithstanding. So let's take a look at what's inside and what we get for our £250. Now, is that worth paying for? Let's have a look at the contents and let's decide at the end and see what we all think, because £250 is definitely at the upper end of advent calendars. The question is, how much are you going to use and how excited are you going to be by these contents? So let's start with number 1. That's a very good place to start. Okay, so it's up here, and what I've done is I've opened the drawers a little bit so that I don't torment you with watching me squinting for the numbers. Oh, it's a mascara. This is very good. So this is the Laura Mercier Volume and Lift. Is it the Caviar? I think Caviar Extravagant Mascara, which I have not tried. Totally up for it. It's in black, of course. And there it is. Ooh, lovely. And actually very well timed, because I have finished my second Prada and my second Dior mascara, which both in black. Now I'm just going to have a little read of this. What does it say? This does instant volume and lift, and it's got a lovely brush, and there's a really good little sort of diagram, but basically longer bristles to volumize and shorter bristles to lift. I will report back. I know it's a classic mascara, this one, isn't it? But I will report back and let you know whether it stands up to both the Prada and the Dior, as well as my other favourite, which is the Charlotte Tilbury, you know, the one in the kind of curvy Marilyn Monroe container. Okay, so that's that. Now, number 2. Where is number 2? Here, oh, thank goodness. A bit embarrassing. I can't even manage just a handful of numbers in terms of looking for them, but let's see what this is. Oh, La Prairie Foam Cleanser. So it's La Prairie, Switzerland, not Little House on the Prairie, people, just in case if you're of a certain vintage. They didn't have that then. Although, if you read Laura Ingalls Wilder's books, the instructions are so precise on how to build a house that frankly, I did it myself, as you can see, and I made it a bit more bougie with a bit of wallpaper, but I did manage it, so I recommend those books. Anyway, the point is this La Prairie foam cleanser going to be as good as my two favourites, which on the very rare occasions I use water, I like to use the La Mer foam cleanser and also the Estee Lauder Night Repair foam cleanser. I think they don't call it a foam cleanser, I think they call it something else, but it's really very good. But hopefully this will be great. So I'll be using this, so that's good. Number 3, where are we on number 3? Here we are. Oh, hang on. I think I'm going to pull the drawer out because there's, oh God, it's Medicate. The question is, which strength of the retinol do we get in this? Let's have a look. Retinol 6. Now I'm on retinol 20 something, the strongest one. It might be 24, I can't remember. I really love Medicate, and I would honestly say if you have not started using retinol, or in this case retinol, because this is kind of, you know, the kind of the one up, because it's only one conversion, not two, and that's about as sciencey as this is going to get, everybody. I'm not in my white coat and I don't have my important specs. However, this is a really, really good range to start with. Super gentle, even on my very eczematic skin, so I would recommend it. Okay, number 4. Okay, I don't know. Here we are, number 4. Oh, there's 2 things in here. This is very exciting. Okay, is this, what brand is this? This is Rodial. Okay, here we go. Ah, okay, so we have got blush drops. I've never used anything from this brand, so I would like to hear from you if you have. What do we have here? Oh, the blush drops come like this. Let's give it a little go on the back of my hand. Now I think these are the ones that are super sheer. This was a cult product a few years ago, I seem to remember. Oh, it's very sheer. Okay, looks like that on the back of my hand. Very nice. Feels nice as well. There's real slip to this. Okay, what is the shade? The shade is Frosted Pink. Yeah, I want to know if you've tried these. So that's that one. And what do we have here? We've got Bronze Glow Lighter. It looks like it's in something called Sun-Kissed Glow. I don't know whether that's the shade or whether that's what it comes in and it's just one shade kind of thing. And Bronze Glow Lighter. Let's have a little go with this one. Oh, that's nice. So it looks like that on the back of my hand. Okay, I'll definitely be using that. But in fact, both of these. That's very exciting. Now, to be honest, I got this advent calendar for the skincare because I'm always up for trying new skincare, and I just find if I can get sort of not sample sizes but kind of more generous, kind of either luxe sample sizes or just the small of everything, that's just a really good way of testing. And I'd prefer to test my new skincare in the autumn winter, so that's kind of why I thought this would be a good exercise. I'm now on number 5. I've got a list and I'm just kind of making sure that I don't miss out a number. So 3 we've done and 5 is over here. Let's have a pot of some sort. Oh, Evidence. And this is called the Special Mask. Is this going to be a Jim Carrey moment, or is it just going to be special in a good way? Let's see. Now, this is the one. This was one of the brands that I was particularly interested in with the Harrods Advent Calendar, because it is a brand that I've seen in Harrods and it's quite expensive, as I seem to recall, but it's all made in Japan. So I was particularly interested because there seems to be an affinity in my skin anyway when it comes to stuff that's made in Japan in particular. So this is the one that reduces, and I've got it here on the Harrods kind of blurb, it reduces redness, it's instant lifting and illuminating, and it immediately brightens. It's got an icy effect for intense freshness, for an intense fresh sensation, and I think that's it. I will definitely try this because I love a mask, and this is a brand I really wanted to try. I seem to remember last year they did these kits, and I just didn't have the confidence to kind of buy a whole kit because it was quite expensive. But if this is a success, then I will be reporting back and I will be buying more of the brand because I'm totally up for it. Okay, so now on to number 6. Where are we? Here we go, 6. I should say it's packaged absolutely beautifully. There's lots of kind of this sort of paper filler stuff. And when this arrived from the courier, do you know, it was beautifully packaged. It really was. It was kind of very tightly packaged in the box, so it didn't move around. And when I opened it, nothing had kind of disappointingly exploded from the box, as it were. I don't know what this is. This is called either OI or OI all-in-one milk. Now, this is a hair care brand. I'll tell you what this does. This helps maintain the hair's natural pigment. I don't have any pigment in my hair. It's almost totally white or grey or something, so maybe I'm a bit old for this. However, it also detangles and it fights frizz, kapow. And it keeps it keeps the wild people under control. No, it doesn't, unfortunately. It keeps wild hair under control, which is probably the next best thing, isn't it? So, you know, I will give this a go. Of course I will. Hair care products, you've just got to try, haven't you? I've really fallen for this because sometimes people will recommend, and for your particular hair it doesn't work. You know, it's so individual. Never mind. On to the next one, which is number 7. Now, where is number 7? That was number 5. Let's push that in. Maybe I don't know where number 7 is. Just bear with me. Where is number 7? Here we go. Oh, good. Shiseido. The Future Solution LX range, which I like because I wear this softening lotion. Is it the softening or the balancing? I think it's a softening lotion. And what is this? This is an SPF 30 Total Protection Cream. Totally up for that. And on to number 8, which is, oh, lovely. A bit of sizzly. I do love a bit of sizzly. Let's see what we get here. Oh, it's the toning lotion. I hope it's the one that I've used before, which is pink. I don't know whether they make other ones. The only one, it is. The only one I've tried before is the pink, and I do like it. It's just very refreshing. I'm not sure it does anything other than give you a lovely sort of fresh sensation, but a fresh sensation is not to be underestimated, is it? So that's a good thing. So now on to drawer number 9. Oh, it's over here. Oh, there's 2. Let's have a look. Okay. Oh yes, lovely. Beauty Effect sponge. Let's see what colour. I've not used this brand before, so there we go. Lovely, can't have too many of these, especially as I find them a bit of a pain to wash. I don't always use them as often as I should. And, oh, Hourglass, what have we got here? Oh, translucent setting powder in Veil. And it's loose, it is loose. Okay, I've never used this one. I've never used the loose Hourglass. I like the pressed one in Dim Light, which I first got actually in a compact, and then I just sort of started buying separately. So I will give this a go as well. Why not? Good for travel. Can't have too much Hourglass in my life. Now, number 10. Where are we? Where is number 10? Ah, here we go. It is very beautiful. I mean, you've got to admit. What's in here? Ooh, excuse me. Oh, now this was something I did want to try. This is the U Beauty Resurfacing Compound. So this is the one that you apply. I did want to try this day and night, which does intrigue me a little bit because it's got retinol in it, which I thought was only efficacious at night and then in daylight, a bit like Dracula, retreated. However, turns out that's not the case. This has got retinol, vitamin C and multi-hydroxy acids. Now this is it's the 15 ml. So this is the one that retails at £85. So it's quite a pricey little item, this one. So I will be definitely giving this a go. I'm very pleased to see this. Lovely. Okay, and now on to number 11, legs 11, as we like to say in the bingo hall. Not that I've ever been to a bingo hall, however, never too late, is it? Yep. Oh, good. La Mer. Good old La Mer. This is the moisturising cream. So it is the moisturising cream. This is meant to be extremely hydrating and ultra rich, firming and smoothing. And this is the size, which is the little, is this 15 ml? Yeah, 15 ml, retails at £85. So it's not a budget option, I would say. That's what I would say. Not a budget option. Okay, Now, number 12. So let's put that in so I don't get confused. Number 12. Oh, sorry. Some of this lovely stuffing trying to make an escape. What do we have here? Bobbi Brown. Ah, it's a cream eyeshadow stick in taupe. Now, I'm not going to swatch this because actually I have 2 of these on the go. One I just keep in the car, I'm afraid. I know. There's probably some law against it, but, you know, I've not been caught yet, and that's the only thing that matters. So, Bobbi Brown, full size this is. That's pretty good. Number 13. Where are we? Oh, now this is exciting. We have got one of the masks from, there you go, 111 Skin. This is the Cryo Depuffing Facial Mask. These are the masks that I have really been desperate to give a real kind of go on, so I wanted to try. This is the one that has tetrapeptide that depuffs, tightens and inhibits collagen breakdown. It's stimulating and refreshing. Who doesn't want a bit of stimulation and refreshment? Or even some refreshing stimulation. Anyway, there are some complicated instructions which are delightfully in a very challenging font. But never mind. Goodness me, the glasses aren't helping much either. But anyway, well, you know, I'll work it out and I will report back because this is a brand that I'm very, very interested in. What does it say? Oh, it says it encourages a toned and refined appearance. Okay, so it's going to improve my tone. I don't think it's going to improve my verbal tone, but let's see. You'll be the judge of that. Reduces the signs of puffiness to improve skin firmness. Okay, and then there's something else here which is not legible. Well, not legible. So cooling hydrogel base leaves skin feeling invigorating and refreshed. And I think that's it. Dr. Alexandrides from Harley Street. Excellent credentials. Okie dokie. Right, let's see what else. Number 14 we are on. Number 14. Now they've mixed up in a good way, they've mixed up the numbers. So some of the numbers are at the bottom of the little box and some of them are at the top, just for an extra Christmas challenge. So number 14, oh, we've got 2 things in number 14. I do like it when they pack the boxes. Ah, Christophe Robin or Christopher Robin for any Winnie the Pooh AA Milne fans out there. Hair care, excellent. Now this was a brand that I almost bought when I was in France the other month actually. And I was kind of looking at it. It did look very good, and it looked very good for very, very dry skin dry hair when I looked it up. So I am interested. So let's see what I've got. I have got the cleansing purifying scrub, which, if I look at my little list here, is a soothing detox shampoo. Let's see what it smells like, shall we? Oh, it's got a minty fragrance. Is it minty? It's kind of minty and mentholy. Very nice. I suppose that's where the invigoration comes from, which we can all do with come December. And then we have got the regenerating mask, which looks like it's going to definitely be the right thing. Oh, it's got prickly pear, and what else? It's a sumptuous hair revitalized and deeply nourishing mask. So it leaves the hair revitalized and deeply nourished. Let's smell this as well. Oh, this has got like a creamy floral fragrance. Oh, that's going to be nice. I do like a nice fragrance in a mask because then when you blow dry your hair, you kind of feel you've got that fragrance in your hair. So that's very good. Number 15, let's have a look. Let's see where we're at. Oh, Clé de Peau. It's a 50 SPF UV protection cream. It's basically a sample, I think. Let's have a look. Yes, that's what it looks like. Do you know, it's August now that I'm filming this, so I'm going to give this a go now. See what it's like. Wonder what it smells like. Let's see. It's got a very light, fresh fragrance that won't be annoying, you know? Yeah. In fact, it's almost imperceptible, I would say. Yeah. Very, very, very light. Not just light in its makeup, but light in the kind of the fact that it's quite a diffused smell, fragrance, aroma, not smell. It's a bit basic to say smell, isn't it? Okay, 16. Let's see where we are. Oh, here we are. Oh, Now this is interesting. This is a Harrods fragrance. It's an EDP, yes it is, it's the Eau de Parfum, and it's called the Uruk Chronicles. This sounds like an excellent Netflix series. So that's the box. It's 15 ml, I think that's right, yes. Let's give it a little spritz and see what we think collectively. Oh, this is intoxicating. Okay, so I'll tell you what it reminds me of. It's not the same fragrance at all, but it is reminiscent of Tom Ford's Black Orchid, which I happen to like in the winter months, actually. I don't mean every day, I mean like in the evening, when I'm feeling particularly sensual in a Tom Ford kind of way. He's so handsome, isn't he, Tom Ford? He really is. I know we're in a different catchment area, but he is very, very handsome. Anyway, so let me tell you about this. It feels like it's fruity to begin with, but there's a depth to it, like a sort of sandalwoody fragrance. So this fragrance was inspired by the city of Uruk of ancient Mesopotamia and its legend. It has top notes of strawberry, abelia and tangerine. Middle notes are accord of saffron, iris and pomerose. And then, most thrillingly of all, the base notes are cypriol, cedarwood, which I actually mentioned, and maybe it was just the feeling of it rather than the fragrance, because I doubt whether the cedarwood would have come through, and tonka. Now, tonka really does feature, not surprisingly, in the Tom Ford Black Orchid. So maybe that was the kind of sensation, that was the reason for the kind of sensation I was getting. But anyway, it's rather lovely. I'm going to keep wearing it. I have to say, it's the kind of fragrance that I really, really appreciate in a candle. And I know that is, I know this little chap is now immediately offended that I have mentioned a candle, but it is the kind of fragrance that throughout the year I would, appreciate as a room fragrance, but it's only in the winter that I like something as heavy as that, but not heavy, but as heady, rather, heady. Anyway, that is drawer number 16. On to drawer number 17. Have I pushed it in already? No, it's there. Okay, let's see, what do we have in here? Ooh, we've got a lip tint from Skin Cycles. Ooh, it hydrates, heals and shields, and it's SPF 15. Now, Skin Cycles is another one of these brands that I kind of know about, and I know it as sort of being a pricier. I'm just going to get my scissors, excuse me. I'm so well prepared, honestly. I just astound myself. But anyway, it's one of those brands that I do know as a slightly pricier brand, and I have seen it in Harrods. I've never ventured, actually, but let's see what this does. Oh, it's reassuringly packaged extremely tightly. Okay, so let's have a look. 15 ml, and it actually retails for £55. As I said, on the pricier side. Let's see, is it tinted, or is it, maybe it's, it says it's tinted, but let's see. Okay, looks like this. Let's see if it's got a, oh, that's nice. It's a proper tinty thing. That's lovely. Oh yes, very nice. It smells like a high-end, when I say high-end, it smells like a fancy sweet, like a pear drop or something. Very, very slightly, not overpowering. Good. Can't have too many lip tints. And actually, if it's a good, proper hydrating one, then I'm saving this one for winter, because that's really when I need a very much a hydrating skin tint. And now to drawer number 18. Let's see where that is. Here we go. Oh, two things. Okay. What are these? Oh, Lancaster. Here we go. We have La Crème, and then we also have the concentrate, which is a serum. It's a serum. Okay, so here we have the cream. Now, I don't know anything about Lancaster skincare. I only know Lancaster from the late 90s, early 2000s, when their orange sun care and body care for the sun was absolutely the thing to have. So that's the last time, I used Lancaster. However, let's see what the packaging's like. I will try these. Oh, it's quite nice packaging. Look, it's very classy, navy and gold. It's lovely. And let's look at the serum. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I will give these a go and I will undoubtedly report back to you. Now, number 19. There's quite a lot of good high-end skincare in this, isn't there? I like the way that it's not just been cynically stuffed with useless stuff that you're never going to use. Oh, brilliant. Valmont. I don't know whether you know this brand. I know it because it can be in a lot of hotels, and spas will do a kind of either a facial or some kind of treatment, you know, either end of a massage. So this is, oh, it says rather threateningly, your face in French on the, yes, I know it's my face. I don't know. Anyway, Elixir de Glacier. Okay, so it's a glacial elixir. Excellent. Maybe I will become more glacial and more mysterious using this. Okay, I will obviously give this a go. Valmont really is very high end and is also pretty pricey, so that's going to be worth a go. We're definitely entering a more pricey arena. Maybe it's becoming, maybe in keeping with Christmas, the contents of the Advent calendar are becoming more expensive as Christmas becomes more expensive, doesn't it, as we approach the big day. But anyway, so 20 we're now on. Here we go. Ah, lovely. Now this is something I really want to try. I know exactly what this is. This is Augustinus Bader, the face oil. I really, really want to try this. So this is the one that this is 10 mil? Yeah, this retails at £76. And the reason why I wanted to try it is, firstly, I love a face oil. I mean, every night I put a face oil on. It doesn't matter what else is going on, the face oil goes on as well. So this helps uneven pigmentation, it hydrates and it gives a glow. Now, one of the things they say is you can wear it during the day on top of your makeup in all sorts of kind of ways, but I am particularly interested in it in the evening or even early evening if I'm giving myself a little bit of a facial. I just want to see whether there's fragrance or not. Doesn't smell of anything. My goodness, it's got that lovely unctuous slip to it, but it's not, I was going to say it's not watery. It's not really oily either. It's not watery the way that watery oil that Guerlain does, which I do like, but it's not really enough in the wintertime. It's more than that, but it's not a gloopy oil. Lovely. Oh, I'll tell you what it smells of. It kind of just smells of like a sunflower oil. Is basically what it smells like. It's not got the fragrance of a fruity olive oil, for example. You can tell what I cook with. Anyway, lovely. This is what I want to try. So there's so much here for me to try and report back. Now, anything I should tell you, anything that I absolutely really love, I will buy the full size of. And so you get a full picture of what I think, you know, kind of beyond the small size. Right, now we are on to number 21. Oh, it's hotting up. You see, by now, on the 21st of December, I'm absolutely exhausted. And yet this Advent calendar is making me more and more energized as mythical December in August progresses. What's this? Let's have a look. These drawers, can you see how sort of deep they are? So if you're going to reuse this, and I'm not sure an adult would reuse this, but I know children would. So anyway, right. So this is Moncho Moreno. Now I think this wins the award for the smallest font in this Advent calendar, because there is actual writing in that line over there. I mean, come on, even you youngsters will understand why I will struggle. So let's see whether I can put on I tell you what I do need. I need those specs that surgeons wear, you know, with the bits on. Anyway, I will try and read this. No, I won't. Now, this is called Bond, J'aime Bond. So I'm assuming this is a play on the names Bond, James Bond. Okay, so what is this? How to use? Shake before use. Okay, so it's so it's a hair care product and it's to be applied wet. Oh, actually, it's on here on my thing. Right, okay. It's a repairing leave-in conditioner with an anti-frizz and mega something effect. Let's hope that mega something effect is a positive mega effect and not a mega clown effect or something. So it affects our hair, hopefully positively, but it's meant to be very good because it's it's got a bonding product in. I don't think it's going to be like the K18, but everyone's got their proprietary version of a bonding product, of a bonding ingredient, haven't they? So this is going to be used, and again, I'll report back. It's very difficult with hair care products though. I could recommend something to you and you'd hate it, and the other way around. So now on to 22. Oh, another exciting, there's 3 things in here. This is excellent. MZ Skin, another brand that I have really wanted to try. We have got the Hydra Bright Gold Eye Mask. Really wanted to try these for ages. These are £22. This is £22 rather, that's what it retails at. And then here we have the vitamin infused Meso eye mask, soothing and hydrating hydrogel eye mask. And this one retails at £80. See, there are some pricey items in here. And we also have the Soothe and Smooth Eye Complex, which illuminates and hydrates. This retails at £110. What I should tell you, the eye cream that I really want to try, and I'd like to know whether you have used it or not, is in the same range. There's a very intensive one. It's called the Intensive Bioplacenta Eye Cream. Oh yes. And this is the other one that I'm talking about is for mature eyes. So I'd like to know whether you've tried that or not. But I am definitely going to give this a go because this would be good for the morning. Oh, I have to get my scissors out again. Ooh, look at me. Okay, so let's just chop through this and let's see if there's fragrance in it. I mean, I'm trying it for fragrance so that you know. I'm not averse to fragrance at all. I really like fragrance in skincare, as long as I like the fragrance. I mean, it's paradoxical, I know. Okay, oh, that's a pretty, look, that's a lovely, pretty container, isn't it? Shall we see? I won't try it on my hand because my hands doesn't smell of anything. It just smells of nothing, really. So that may well be useful to you, but I will definitely be trying this. I wonder what it's like under makeup as well. I will try it under makeup and so you can see whether it sort of interferes with a concealer or anything like that. Actually, that belongs in there. On to 23. Oh, it's hotting up. Right, 23 is this one, yes. Ooh, is it 2? Ooh. Yeah, 2 items in here. Ah, okay. Shampoo. Now, I know about shampoo because I have been wondering about it. When I was in France, there was a kind of a big display in the window and I did wonder about it and I looked it up. So you might like this. What you need to know is while this product is spelled shampoo, the pronunciation is from the ancient Sanskrit from India. And it's actually pronounced shampoo, so that when the British people started using shampoo, that was the word, the derivation that they used, apparently, according to shampoo legend. And who am I to argue? At any rate, in keeping with the Ayurvedic tradition, the range that we have got here is actually the Pitta range. Ayurvedic, in case you don't know, is divided into 3. Vata, which is what I am, which is the very dry-skinned person. Pitta, which is somebody who's prone to thinning hair, hence the Pitta range here. And the Kapha, which is a more oily-skinned or more oily-haired person. So these are, as they are thickening and strengthening products. This is from the Pitta range as they describe it. Look, here's the thing. I am very wary of lash serums. It just feels a bit spooky to me, but let me know if you have had success and what you have had success with. I would love to hear. I will give the brow one a go because while my brows aren't sparse, they can always be a bit thicker and I feel it's less riskier. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. So I'll definitely, try this product. Let's have a look at what it actually looks like. Ah, okay. Like that. It's probably like a mascara wand, isn't it? Or maybe it's not. Oh, it is. Is it? It's a sort of, no, it's not. It's more like a sort of a hairy doe foot. I will read the instructions and I will report back. The lash serum, as I said, I am kind of reticent. But let's have a look so that you know what it looks like in case you don't use it. There we go. And it looks like that. It's a firm brush, I would say. I will report back, as I keep saying, and let's see how that goes. Now, we are on draw number 24. Oh, it's hotting up. Let's see what we've got in here. Ah, lovely. This is the Tatcha Overnight Repair Cream, which I have used myself actually several times. This kind of large sort of luxury sample size I've had quite a few times when I've just bought, you know, plenty of products. Now this is the one which is a serum in a moisturizer, so it's got a very good slip. I find this very good. It's not good for me in the dead of winter when my skin's super duper dry or even dry. It's good when it's normal to dry, is what I would say. I do like generally overnight masks, but this is one of the ones. It contains hyaluronic acid and ceramides, and it replenishes the microbiome so that the skin is kind of more resilient, and that's probably what I have found particularly useful. So that is the Tatcha. And now onto the final draw. What do we think that Harrods thinks we should be enjoying on Christmas Day? Let's have a look. Drum roll. Ah, of course, Maximal Matte Lipstick in Ruby Woo. This is one of their best-selling shades, isn't it, Ruby Woo? Okay, this is what this looks like. That's actually a very nice clear red, isn't it? I'm not a red person, as I've said before. Doesn't mean I might not give this little baby a little try, because, you know, I have worn red a few times, and I've got a favourite red, which is my Shiseido lipstick red, but let's see. Do you use this? I do like MAC lipsticks as a general rule. I find they stay on very nicely. Even though it's not like a luxurious experience, it's a very good and pleasant experience, and as I said, they're long lasting. So that concludes our little foray around the Harrods Advent calendar. What do you think? I'll tell you what I think. My overall impression, and this is slightly unscientific because I haven't actually gone through every single bit of the list because we've been enjoying it together. I think £250 if you or someone else you're going to share it with are skincare lovers. I think it's money well spent. I think there's some really high-end products here to try and to enjoy, or maybe just to have as travel sizes if you already use them. You know, there are some proper brands here which are expensive to kind of make an initial outlay for, it seems to me. So, for example, like the MZ Skin, the 111 Skin, what else? The Augustin Bader range. There's quite a lot here that's expensive and high-end to try. It could be that if you are somebody with children who are, maybe girls who are teenagers or young or adolescents, other children are available, of course, that this could be a good way of sharing it, because there are some sort of products that I think would be enjoyed by some youngsters, not least the, I can't see where it is now. Where is it? The James Bond, not the Bond, the Bond Gem Bonder that you use before you dry your hair. This Milk, also leave-in conditioner, that kind of thing, as well as, of course, some of the skincare, some of the other skincare and other products. I wouldn't necessarily share this product with a teen or an adolescent because you don't want them to get used to it, because I think we all know who's going to be paying for it in the future. So generosity is obviously good with our children to a point. I think there should always be a little bit of sprinkling of selfishness, because at the end of the day, parenting is much harder than being the child. That's what I believe. Anyway, I know they would say different. I do like the fact that we get to have a little bit of a fragrance kind of flirtation with something that we may not ordinarily try. I would never have picked this up. I wouldn't have sprayed it, and I certainly wouldn't have bought it. But, you know, it's actually rather nice. Yeah. Now, what else do I have to say? The other thing I do want to say is, in terms of the makeup offering, I would say it's quite limited. I know this is advertised as a beauty advent calendar, but there's not that much makeup in there, and I suppose the makeup that's there is less remarkable. I mean, it's fun to end Christmas Day with a lovely red lipstick, but things like the Bobbi Brown eyeshadow stick, yes, it's lovely. It's just not remarkable. And I have seen those kinds of products in other kind of gift boxes, even if they're not in advent calendars, but other kind of, you know, multi-brand gift boxes. I would say that's sort of less remarkable. It is lovely to have something as high-end. When I say high-end, probably just more expensive, really, not necessarily whether you like the quality or not, as the Hourglass. And, you know, we've got a little bit of Sizzly in there, a little bit of Sizzly skincare, that kind of thing. But really, in the end, I think it's the high-end skincare, a bit like the MZ Skin eye cream. You know, would I ordinarily shell out £85 to try an eye cream? I probably wouldn't. But now that I've got all of this, I'm going to try virtually all the, in fact, is it virtual? I think it's all the skincare is of interest to me. So I think that's, for me, that's worth it. I think it's a lovely thing to share. And even things like the Medicate, which is the number 6 in the crystal, it's over here, this one here, sorry. This Medicate. Now, you know, I'm not going to use this because I use the much stronger one because I have worked through all the steps. However, this is a full size and these are about £80 or something. So I think this, coupled with a couple of the SPFs that are in here, even though they're smaller sizes, that would make a really lovely gift for somebody who's just kind of starting off on their, you know, retinol journey. Although, of course, I think Medicate, it starts at number 3, I think, doesn't it now? So maybe Medicate themselves would say, well, you need to start off number 3 and start off gently. But it could be this would be a good gift for somebody who perhaps has tried retinol or retinol before, and you want them to sort of, you want to share a product that's really as efficacious and as gentle at the same time as the Medicate range. So there is some scope there to use these as gifts as well, if you're not going to do the daily, you know, surprising thing from December the 1st. I also want to say that there are 32 products in this. When I first read that, I thought, oh my goodness, they've extended December to 32 days, like, you know, 30 days and 31 days in a calendar year are not enough. However, I think it is generous, and I do like the way some of the drawers have got more than one product in, and they've sort of arranged it really nicely as well. So I would say skincare, yes, this is a win. If you like beauty in general, it's fun, but don't expect the makeup to kind of, it seems to me, dazzle you or wow you particularly. I don't think it's that kind of advent calendar. I do think, however, it is a high-end, genuinely a high-end advent calendar in that it is jam-packed. I mean, you've got things like La Mer. You can't say it's not high-end skincare. Whether it's to your taste or not is another matter. As I said, I'm going to give everything a go. Anything I really love, I'll buy full size, keep using it, and I will report back in a forthcoming video over time. And, you know, it'll take a couple of months or so, but I will be doing that. So the only other thing I would say is Harrods has taken us on a journey through history, really. We've gone through ancient India with Sanskrit, we've ended up in Mesopotamia, and then modern day we've gone through France, Japan, the States, UK. You know, it should come with its own visa, shouldn't it? Its own international passport for the citizen of the world, I feel. Anyway, on that note, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.